Hello, everybody! Welcome back once again to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough. We are at the kind of like the end of heaven, sort of. There's a lot more to do here, but we're kind of at the end of the path. Now, I actually did double back, which I now realize wasn't that efficient. I could have waited to do that. Anyways, all right. So we can see. You can see the forest spirit and her protector, which I can never Shining Tusk, yeah, are fighting, I think, two horse demons, and we're gonna let them continue playing on with them. They don't need our help anyway. But anyways, this is a book stand that I missed on the way up. So this is the Jade Empire Bestiary, Volume 5, and this is all about horse demons. I do like this one. Basically, yeah, so his insight proved most valuable, for it was his master who first made clear the true effect of the horse demon's terrifying mane. And holding out blistering hands, the ancient warrior made his point most clearly. To strike a creature who controls elemental fires with such ease as to strike the flame itself, one must be prepared. What is at the end there? To kind of deal damage to oneself if you're, wanting to try to kill one of them. So again, something that we've already, or should already be obvious. We've fought a couple of horse demons already, but cool little scroll stand nonetheless. All right, so we've got a bunch of dialogue to get through here, and then the real fights begin.
You should ready yourself, mistress. I do not trust them. I knew it. We cannot trust this human. A friend who reeks of those beasts at the inn? Do what you wish, mistress, but I will be watching.
Whenever I was in the forest, I felt uncomfortable. I think she knows the real reason why.
Even here, so weak. The waters cannot bleed forever. Nothing is without end. Not even this world. Not when my power rests in the hands of mortals. Names are fleeting, given so your kind can point and say, that is mine. All words, names, history, dreams, they die on your lips. What remains after that is beyond you, or is meant to be. Not everything can be owned, not without price. You will pay a debt earned by another. I lack the strength to help you. You cannot avoid your fate. When someone steps beyond their station, others must fall to fill the gap. I hear, but I am too weak to lend aid. Others push above their station, but you are where you should be, though you are poisoned by selective knowledge. If you fail in your destiny, your true enemy falls with you. And if he falls, so do we all. You must win. But in doing so, you will lose. It is a painful circle that must be allowed to close. You do not truly have a choice until you confront what comes after. You will be free to act, but there is a cost.
I knew it. You should have crushed him when he first arrived, and was at least winded from facing the demons. You will not make it that far. I will see to it.
Okay, so we get a little bit of closed fist points there. I believe the option, I don't know if you absolutely have to pick it, but I think you do, is the option that says something about if you were strong enough to keep your forest pure, I wouldn't have to, you know, defeat you, essentially. So, so there's that. So that's our first little bit of closed fist points that we can get. Why are these other fox spirits not attacking me? That was very strange. Just letting me murder their buddy, but hey, okay, no, not a whole lot of solidarity between the fox spirits, I guess. But anyways, these, the fox spirits themselves, I think are fairly easy to take down. Shining Tusk himself is a little bit tougher, although I think I just saved all of my focus for taking him down. And then I guess I wanted to... Yeah, heavyweight back on. These are weird. You know, should have known, but went for it anyway. But all right, anyways, now here they're kind of bunched up like this, and that's really not where you want to be fighting. Hey, thanks. The fox spirit just basically ran right towards me. If you notice there, the elephant demon thing is stomping and basically just doing AoEs, which actually it doesn't really do that much damage, but it's annoying. So. What is? Let's get this going. I don't know what Shining Tusk is doing. These demons apparently are just not really interested in helping each other. I like to just watch. Maybe they're just so in awe of our abilities. More fearful. Or both. Why can't it be both? Alright, there's the last. Oh, and there I was getting riggedy wrecked. So here, hopefully I don't know, it wasn't too much longer, and I focus. Yeah, there we go. Finally activated the focus mode, which is actually really great for Shining Tusk because it takes him so long to turn around anyway. And then here, if you notice, it kind of seems like he's getting hung up a little bit. But yeah, I just worked him over during focus mode. This urn has nothing in it, which is weird. I'm not sure if in the open palm playthrough it does or not. I don't remember. But either way, actually I don't know why that would change, whether or not that had something in it or not. But regardless. All right, so this is about the Celestial Order. And I completely missed what that was all about. Excuse me. But alright, anyways, let's save the game here. That was one of the tougher fights here. There's a fox spirit right here. So basically any fox spirit that we helped out on the way up is now an enemy. So and like I had mentioned earlier there, had I just waited, could have used less time on backtracking to get that book, because again we have to backtrack anyway. I think if you go open palm, I think the forest spirit gives you the option of teleporting back to the entrance, if I remember correctly. So I feel like that was maybe in the back of my mind, but again, being that we're going the closed fist route, we have to make the trek on foot and fight all of these fox spirits on the way. So yeah, again, this playthrough is horrible. I hate going closed fist, but I will say it's got, as far as I know, at least 2. So there's one thing that I actually like about it. It gets you 2 techniques that you can't get in the open palm walkthrough. That being the one for the Zither of Discord, and then the one basically at the end of this quest here, with the mother versus the forest spirit, which, if I remember correctly, is the Mother's Touch, I think it's called. It gives you, some minor stat bonuses, but all right, anyways, good idea to save here. I think actually your game will save automatically once you pass this point, but you actually did lose. I lost one time to the forest spirit, and I learned my lesson. So here, this is actually take 2. The fox spirits are fine. These are nothing new here. Excuse me. But anyways, yeah. So these fox spirits are, nothing fancy. We've already beat down a couple of these on the way there. But the fox spirit herself just ripped me apart, and I'm not really sure why. It just seemed like she used one combo on me, and it took me down to basically nothing after she breathed on me one more time, and I was dead. So, but yeah, I mean these big fox spirits are pretty good. Anyways. And they have a ton of health because Grandmaster mode. But all right. Anyways, yeah. So the culmination of this quest is pretty close. episode 60. We are gonna basically complete all of it in this video too. So I feel like this one's kind of been a long time coming. As soon as this fox spirit dies, the forest spirit will actually attack us. There we go. And you get, unfortunately, no time to save. Wow, I skipped right through that. Yeah, I tried to save. I was like, maybe I could save. Nope. But, alright, so we're going to do focus mode again. And even through focus mode, I think she was able to, like, kick me in the face once or something like that. So, it's pretty impressive. But yeah, definitely the way to go is, you know, use that focus being that you've got it. And then I run out. I think I even activated chi strikes there just in case. Okay, so that's that. The forest spirit has been dispatched. Now, she does actually allude to, or try to get us to, what does she say, finish what we've started or something like that, and kill the mother as well, which we actually can do. Excuse me, jeez. I will not actually be doing that though, which kind of feels bad. I mean, the whole quest feels bad, but the reality is, if you want to get the technique here from the innkeeper, you can't kill the mother.
The spirit. She is dead, and you are returned to us. The mother be praised. The caves are open, the mother is free, and we have gathered the silver that we offered to pay you. You make a wise decision, Thinblood. Our people will prosper now that you have freed us from the fox. Take this scroll and study it when you have the chance. As a final gift, we give you this cook. He's useless to us. He shivers like a leaf in winter. Remove him before his weakness infects us. Did you see those arms, that neck? No, there's no strength to be found in this one, not for us. It is said that this one knows a secret, a style rarely seen in the Jade Empire. If nothing else, you may be able to extract it from him. Now go, leave us to our plans.
Thanks to your deal with the Keeper, I'm allowed to go free in your custody or company, as you see fit. The name is Henpecked Ho, Master Bunmaker and long-suffering husband at your service. You may have sided with them, but at least you're human. It's a relief to be away from their hungry stares. You should meet my wife. You two would get along. But you'd be surprised what tricks an old Bunmaster might know. Have you ever heard of Drunken Master style? I was a master, top of my game and well known in Phoenix Gate, one of the great cities in the prosperous East. My skills earned me fame, fortune, and a wife. You weren't listening. Fame, fortune, and a wife. I discovered fairly early on that she had opinions, most of them regarding alcohol and my regular consumption of it. I can still teach you, though. She has never expressly forbidden that. I have a few bottles on me right now if you'd like to learn. No, I think you will be most impressed with what I have to teach you. Pay attention, I don't like repeating myself. Now, when I am with you, I can throw you bottles of wine. You must pick these up in order to use Drunken Master. The effect wears off quickly, but I will make sure you don't run out of wine, as long as you keep the enemies off of me. Now, watch my technique.
Okay, so like I was saying there, that previous dialogue with the innkeeper, we actually had the option to basically kill all of them as well. But obviously, again, because I wanted that technique, which is, I think it's Mother's Touch, I decided not to. Now, the the other kind of crummy thing is about going that route is, unfortunately, while we do get the technique, which I actually think is the bigger win because it's permanent, but you also lose out on a bunch of experience, and I know for sure some money as well, just because if you don't, sorry, if you go through the cannibal, I think they're like the cannibal caves or whatever. There's like a little underground cave system underneath the India. And if you go through all that, I think you'll get a bunch more experience. Obviously, you will kill the mother as well. But again, we would have lost out on that technique, which was what I wanted out of this whole deal. So, excuse me. Anyway, and unfortunately, actually, there isn't an open palm version of that too, so it's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is.
You got it. Now, let's get out of here before the cannibals change their mind or get hungry again. Well, it must be safer than this place. Good luck. You'll need it, I'm afraid.
Okay, so gosh, yeah. So not only did we get, we actually got a gem from beating the forest spirit. I think it's like the gem of power or something like that. And then we got the technique from the innkeeper, and then the innkeeper also basically gives us Henpecked Ho. Here's Mother's Touch, health +5 and chi +5. So again, unfortunately there isn't an open palm version of this trait, which I always thought was kind of silly. But so that's the second one that I had referred to earlier. Chaotic Strains being the other technique that you get.
Leave before our hunger prompts us to have you. You know.
Here the I was actually just trying to pick a fight with the innkeeper here just to see if I could kill all these guys, but again, unfortunately, because we've essentially sided with them, we can't take them down. But the doorway is right there, basically, to get down into the caves underneath the inn. But again, if you've sided with the cannibals here, that's not an option. I think what I'll do here is actually check back here on my current playthrough. I'm just a little bit farther than this, and I'll just check up and see if I can get back. I really don't think that there's a way to really finish out those caves though once you've sided with the cannibals. Again, right after you kill the forest or the fox spirit, forest spirit, you actually do have the opportunity there of killing all of the cannibals as well. But because again, I wanted that technique, I went that route. So again, the two techniques though that you get for the closed fist playthrough over the open palm are those two. It's basically it's Chaotic Strains, and that's the Zither of Discord quest, which again doesn't have an open palm version to it either. And then there it's the Mother's Touch, which again, same deal. Unfortunately, there's no open palm version of that technique. Usually, there's always, if you've got the option to get a technique, by your choices that would result in like open palm points, there would usually also be a mirror to that. But again, not in this case, unfortunately. So, anyways, all right. So we're gonna head back down and report to Lord Yun. I actually did make a mistake in my dialogue with him, which is sort of unfortunate. To be honest, though, not that big of a deal. I really just actually lost out on a little bit of closed fist points, which I don't know that it's all that important. But again, I could have got just a wee bit more out of my dialogue choices with him. So again, my bad on that. And I'll try to, I guess I'll just talk about it right now. But basically, there's a conversation check, and I didn't move my gems around at all, which I should have, obviously. And because I didn't do that, I didn't actually pass my intimidation check, which I believe it's the intimidation check that results in the closed fist points. Now, I did use an intuition check, which got me a little bit of extra experience, which, you know, that's just generally how the conversation skills work, is, you know, anytime you can make one of those, you generally always will get a little bit of experience because of it. But again, I get the I think it's the intimidation choice results in some closed fist points, so that's what I missed out on. So my bad on that, but unfortunately also my intimidation stat is really high right now, which actually surprised me that I wasn't able to pass that check. So I've got I think it's two bronze tongue gems equipped, and there's some. I'm getting some more intimidation somewhere else too, but again, it just wasn't quite enough. So I do think though, because of the gems that I've got, I could have unequipped like the gem of the frail scholar, and potentially tried something with a little bit more intimidation to pass that. But I just figured, whatever, no big deal. I'll just keep going. So my bad on that, but. That's coming right up. Obviously, we've got some more ghosts. The ghosts here in the forest, maybe it's obvious already, but they'll just continuously respawn if you like leave the area and come back. Which, I don't know, it's not very much experience, but it is something. There, I actually did try to activate that and see if it would do any good, and it actually does damage the ghosts a little bit, but not that impressed with it. Oh yes, we have another fight.
You have gone quite far enough. I am Inquisitor Lim, an elite of the Lotus Assassins. I am tired of seeing our carefully laid plans fall to your thuggish fists. The operations in the ruins and Gao's factory were my responsibility. Their destruction is my shame. You are a presumptuous fool. Your death stands before you, and yet you mule threats like a kitten. Pathetic. I am expected to deliver this worthless fragment of a spirit monk amulet to our fortress, but that won't counter my disgrace for what you did here. Perhaps if I offer your head, and track down that accursed Zhu who has been seen in the area, enough old scores will be settled to earn my life. Is that what he calls himself now? Hardly an honest representation of the blood he spilled. It doesn't matter. No matter your allies, I cannot let you survive. Enough talk! I will delay your death no longer. May your fall sate the anger of Death's Hand, will of the Emperor.
Okay, so this is the fight with Inquisitor Lim, and it looks like two Lotus Assassins and then two Imperial soldiers. Now, I really kind of did poorly in this battle. It just took me a long time to get anything going, and I mean, honestly, I probably just should have not tried for so many harmonic combos. I should have just tried beating these guys down, because it really just ended up, frankly, wasting a bit of time trying to get a combo off of it. Pointing the wrong way, dude. Ugh. But yeah. Anyways, this battle will actually finally get us the last amulet. Well, not the last amulet piece, the next piece, which is nice because it allows us to equip even 2 more gems for a total of 5. Finally land a heavenly wave strike and then I whiff, and then wow, just. Again, I really just shouldn't have even bothered with the harmonics at this point. I mean, the other thing is my health is fine. I just like to be flashy. Someone thinks he's cool. Alright, anyways, let's get behind this guy. Let's see. It worked out. I'm surprised. That probably shouldn't have worked, but it did. Lim, if you notice, he's got some attacks that are able to poison now, and a lot of the Lotus Assassins from this point on will be able to do that. I generally don't worry about it too much. It's pretty weak. It kind of reminds me of like Storm Dragon's damage. Like, it's something, but it's not real impressive. And then here, I think Inquisitor Lim is immune. Yeah, definitely immune to combos, that is, harmonic combos. So we'll just have to beat him down the old-fashioned way. Get him on up. There's a poison. Hey, he took a really good chunk out of me there. That was like a power strike. But yeah, he's not gonna last much longer. Got him. Oh, oh. Every once in a while, they get a couple of good licks in, but now that our speed is maxed out on this style, it's tough for enemies to get in. It's fine by me. Here I look. All right, there we are. Okay, so that is our amulet piece. Again, I'm going to equip the bronze tongue. And actually, yeah, gem of earth power. So that's the gem that we got from defeating the forest spirit, which was it body +5? And that's it. For some reason I thought I could equip one more, but it's not. If you notice there, it even does say 5 of 5 slots used. So. Alright, that's that for now. Wow, I'm getting a ton of intimidation. Yeah, look at that. I'm like, what is that, +9, at least +13 to my intimidation score, and I still wasn't able to pass that intimidation check. So, again, though, I do have some other gems that I could throw in there to actually make that attempt, but I didn't, so. Anyways, alright, I took a little cut there for whatever reason. But let's make our way down and speak with Lord Yun. I'm basically out of time, though, so I'm going to end the commentary here. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.
I wondered how long it would be before you made your way down here. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but the air has changed considerably. My family has always been tied to the forest shadow in some strange way, and I can tell she's dead. It's a shame, but looking at these trees, I can see why it had to be done. I'm just glad you were there to handle things. Dealing with a maddened fox might have been beyond my skill. Do you not appreciate the value? That is a valid point. Warriors of your skill are rare, even in the Imperial City. Take this purse, and consider us even. Here is the wind map you wanted. The copy is near perfect, and I assure you that the assassins will never know you have it. For now, I think I will look after this land. With the forest shadow gone, I'm sure the trees will restore themselves in time. Indeed, it is. You have my deepest gratitude. I had virtually given up hope, and you appeared like a gift from the heavens. One thing I have been meaning to ask you, though. What of the Pilgrim's Rest? Spearcatch's Leaf mentioned that you went there to retrieve the crystal. How do they fare in that place? They're all right, then. I wouldn't have expected that after being isolated here for so long. We may very well do that, and soon. Yes, we should take them supplies and food, and see if there's anything else we can do to help them. Farewell. That map will carry you safely if you can find a flyer with the range. I wish you all the best of luck.